6'6" is the tallest ISO build you can make and still be able to get gold lightning launch. That's because it requires an 86 speed with ball, and starting at 6'7", no matter what you do, the highest speed with ball you can get is an 83. Now does that mean any ISO build over 6'6" just isn't viable anymore? Absolutely not. There are multiple clips of NBA players with terrible dribble moves equipped, speed boosting perfectly fine with silver lightning launch. So my 6'8" enthusiasts out there, don't worry, you're gonna be completely fine. And low-key, I'm gonna be joining y'all again this year. To get contact dunks this year, you need an 89 driving dunk and a 78 vertical. Not because that's what you need for posterizer, but because those are the minimum requirements to equip contact dunk animation.
Okay, build is still the same with the slashing.
And finally, I have a full list of every single animation in the entire game. Not only that, it shows every single attribute and height requirement for the best dribble moves, jump shots, and dunk animations in NBA 2K25. And we're gonna go over them in this video. So yeah, if I were you, I'd stick around till the end. What's up, Simply Squad? It's your boy, Build Connoisseur.
Shout out to Grinding, man.
We're grinding, and I need y'all to drop a like right now, because the second this video hits 1,000 likes, I will drop a 6'8" demigod ISO build that gets a 91 steal to unlock gold glove, has a maxed out ball handling and speed with ball so you're as fast as a 6'8" can possibly be, and gets contact dunks so you can absolutely body your opponent over and over again. Subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss out on that, and even if you think you subscribe, double check and make sure.
Hey, shout out to Grinding, man. We're gonna watch his and Joe Knows review.
Because trust me, you don't want to miss out on me teaching you how to dominate in the park on day one. Now we have a lot of builder news to cover, so let's just get into it. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention in the intro is we still have our max +1 badge. So when I'm out there with my 6'8" and he has gold lightning launch, even though you technically can't even get that in the builder, don't be asking no questions. Alright y'all, as always, we're gonna talk about things in order of most importance. And the most important change in the builder is the takeover. Now at first glance, having 72 takeovers can be a little overwhelming, but it's actually a lot simpler than you think. While there is technically 72 takeovers, a better way to describe it is that you get 14 takeover abilities that you can pick and choose from, and then you have 72 ways to get there. So to explain this better, let's look at these takeovers right here. The Kryptonite and Driver takeover. As you can see, they both have this same takeover ability, which of course is Poster Machine. But Kryptonite and Driver are still technically two different takeovers, because Kryptonite upgrades your driving dunk, your speed, and your speed with ball as you level up through the takeovers, while Driver only levels up your driving dunk and your ball handle. So like I
Hey, you gonna lie, it's tough. It's tough.
explained last video, as you play well in any given game, you are going to be earning takeover. And as you're earning takeover, you're going to progressively go through the levels of your takeover. So if you're at level 3 in your takeover bar in a game and you have Kryptonite activated, you are going to get a +4 boost to your driving dunk, your speed, and your speed with ball. But if you're at level 3 in your takeover and you have Driver activated, instead you're going to get a +6 boost to your driving dunk and your ball handle. And then once you reach level 5, whether you have Kryptonite or whether you have Driver, you're still going to unlock the same takeover ability, which is Poster Machine. You see what I mean now? Yes, there's 72 takeovers, but really there's 14 takeover abilities, and then there's just 72 different ways to get there. So now that you hopefully understand that, the next logical question is, Grinding, what are the 14 takeover abilities so I know what to go for? The 14 takeover abilities are Poster Machine, which makes skilled dunks easier, Silky Shooter, which boosts your green window on moving shots and increases your chance of getting an ankle breaker, Marksman, which enhances your standstill perimeter shots, Lethal Layup, which increases your ability to make layups in traffic, Blur, which lets you get past people and drive to the basket easier, Deep Bomber, which increases your green window on deep threes, Spoiler, which gives you a higher efficiency at getting on-ball and off-ball steals, Vice, which is a defensive takeover that makes ball handlers pick up the ball more, Dishmaster, which is a glorified dimer, Rim Guardian, which is basically rim take, Interior Force, which increases the success rate of...
Hey, Hey, man. Are y'all paying attention to this shit, bro? Like, bro, these takeovers are... I don't know if y'all see those little plus 12, plus 7, plus 8. Bro, when these takeovers get to level 4 and level 5, bro, they getting plus 15 on the attribute, plus 12, plus 8 and 9 on shooting. 99 3-ball. Alright, bro. No shit.
Dunks and finishing under the basket. Blockade, which is basically brick wall. See the future, which allows you to see where the rebound is landing, aka glass takeover. And last but not least, deep post bag. A toxic takeover that you should never use. I'm kidding. Obviously, it enhances your post move. Can I get y'all to drop a like for all this effort I'm putting in this video? And again, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. Now the last thing I want to say about takeover before we move on is you do not need to worry about not getting the takeover you want. I'm not gonna lie to you, I made over 15 builds at community day and every single one of them had the takeover I wanted without me even thinking about it. As long as the takeover you want correlates with some attribute rating that you put in the builder, you will unlock a takeover that works great for you. So basically, as long as you don't make a pure inside center with no 3-pointer when you want the deep bomber takeover ability, then you're going to be perfectly fine. Trust me, if you just make your build normally, you're gonna find a takeover that you love. Now this next topic is massive.
Shout out to Direct the Expert for the follow. Appreciate the follow, bro.
Sitting in front of me, I have a full list of every single animation in the entire game. Yeah, you heard that right. I'm not joking. And on this list of every single dunk animation, dribble move, layup style, hop step, go-to shot, everything you would need, I also have the height and attribute rating requirements right next to them. Now, first off, shout out to 2K for providing me with this list and for letting me attend Community Day. Still super grateful for that. And second,
again, shout out to Grinder, man, for the info, bro. We gonna watch his and Joe Knows next, bro. We gonna get all the info.
And everything I'm about to tell you is subject to change. But if there are changes, they're gonna be extremely minor. So I want to cover some of the animations that y'all have been asking for. Now, if I sat here and said the height requirements every single time, I would lose my mind. So we're gonna follow a basic guideline. So the height requirements are split up into 3 categories. The first category is animations that can only be put on from players that are 5'9" to 6'4". The second category is animations that can only be put on by players that are 6'5" to 6'9". And the final category is animations that can only be put on by players that are 6'10" to 7'3". And I'm not gonna sit here and tell you every single time which category it's in. So for example, if I say you need an 85 driving layup for Allen Iverson layup style, you should already assume that that layup style can only be put on by 5'9" to 6'4" builds because Allen Iverson is within that height range. If there's any exceptions to that rule, I will say it. But if I don't say anything, just assume whatever height range the player I'm talking about falls in. Alright, now that we got that out the way, listen up, because I can't show the document, but I can talk about it. The highest ball handling required dribble moves in the entire game requires a 92 ball handling rating, which means you will never need higher than a 92 ball handling rating to equip any dribble move that is based off of ball handling, except for one single exception, which is Steve Francis aggressive breakdown 95 overall ball handling. Other than that, all of Steph Curry, all of Trae Young, all of De'Aaron Fox, every other point guard in the entire game, all of their dribble moves require a 92 ball handle or less. Now obviously that doesn't mean you'll never go above 92 ball handling. There's still badges in the game that require a 95 ball handling, but we're talking strictly animations here, which is kind of crazy, but not as crazy as this. The highest speed with ball rating requirement in the entire game is a 94 speed with ball, and that is to unlock Kyrie Irving dribble style, followed by Steph Curry and Damian Lillard dribble style at 91 speed with ball, and then Trae Young and De'Aaron Fox's dribble style at 90 speed with ball. I guess that means Kyrie Irving dribble style is about to feed family, which is good because on my small guard build I do have a 95 ball handle, so I'm gonna be testing out all these dribble moves, and you know I got y'all with a
So this year speed with ball finna be crazy, like that's what's finna be crazy. Last year we can have speed with ball 75, 83, 85, and get like certain like the Michael Jordan and the MJ. Now it's finna actually matter this year. It's crazy. I like it.
the best dribble moves video on the first week of the game. The highest size up escape move, like Trae Young size up escape, stuff like that. The highest rating requirement we can see here is a 92 ball handle, which unlocks Steph Curry size up escape, followed by LaMelo Ball at 91 ball handling, which actually breaks our assumption because it allows builds from 5'9" to 6'9" to equip LaMelo Ball size up escape. So if it's good, we might see little 5'9s running around with a LaMelo Ball dribble move. And then tied for third place is Kyrie Irving and Damian Lillard size up escape at a 90 ball handling rating. I can go through every single dribble move, but I think that's enough for dribbling. If y'all have any specific questions, just ask me in the comments and I'll answer them below. So now let's talk about some of the requirements for shooting. The highest rated hop jumper in NBA 2K25 as of right now is Kobe Bryant hop jumper, and it requires a
Hey, why not? R.I.P. Kobe, man.
92 three-pointer or a 92 midi. And then there's a lot of animations tied for second place, which all unlock at an 87 midi or an 87 three-pointer. The highest rated dribble pull-up is a tie between Damian Lillard, Kyrie Irving, and Michael Jordan, and they all require an 87 three-point or an 87 midi. And finally, the highest rated go-to shot, the new mechanic in NBA 2K25, is a tie between Devin Booker and Kyrie Irving at an 87 midi or an 87 three-point rating. And then finally, to get both pro contact dunk animations, you need an
So wait. So to me, it looks like the shooting threshold for it to be OP with the shooting, with the shot canceling, with the step backs, with the phase, all they're gonna be from 87 to like 92 to have like a elite, you know what I'm saying, shooting in the game for sure. So that's what I took out of that.
Devin Booker and Kyrie Irving at an 87 midi or an 87 three-point rating. And then finally, to get both pro contact dunk animations, you need an 89 driving dunk and a 78 vertical. To get both elite contact dunks, you need a 99 driving dunk and a 90 vertical. To get both small contact dunks, you need a 93 driving dunk and an 80 vertical. And finally, to get both big man contact dunks, you need a 90 standing dunk and a 70 vertical. And obviously, to get the small contact dunks, you have to be 6'4" or smaller, and to get the big man contact dunks, you have to be 6'10" and taller. But the pro and elite contact dunks have no height requirement whatsoever. Now,
oh shoot, ain't no way. They ain't got no height requirement. Oh, it's up. It's up. Hey, they just confirmed my synopsis, my goddamn, my theory, my goddamn, you feel me? It just confirmed, like, there's no height requirements for dunk, like elite and pro, except for like small and big, bro. Do you understand now you can get a elite contact dunk package for 6'2", 5'11"s? Like, come on, bro, this finna be crazy.
you have the highest ratings for a lot of the shots, dribble moves, and dunks in NBA 2K25. I hope you utilize all this info when you're making your builds. The next thing we need to go over is the difference between speed with ball, and agility. Notice how I said agility and not acceleration, because they removed acceleration and replaced it with a brand new rating. Now the good news about NBA 2K25's builder is that now it actually gives you a description of what you're upgrading and how this attribute will affect your gameplay. So
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, and I saved hundreds.
LS, bro.
Squirrel. Nope.
Then they be 50 seconds long, bro.
Beat it.
LS.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
But check this out, bro. From what we've seen already, bro, this game is gonna be so much fun, bro.
A proven
Especially
defense for your
guards.
skin.
Smaller guards
Moisturize
make
and help protect your skin
big
from dryness.
impact this year,
Nivea
bro,
Men,
with like
sensitive
the
low shade
mechanics, with the
When winter season
no
hits,
cap, with the no cap for height
support your immune
requirements for
system with a
contact
wide
dunks.
range of products.
Bro, elite
that are so
contact
much more
dunks
than
on a
vitamin
small
C.
guard, bro. You know, you
Now
can
take
only get
emergency
pro
anytime,
and small,
anywhere
you know
with
what I'm saying,
emergency
on a-
crystals.
or
no
really
water
just
needed.
pro on a smaller guard that's 6'5" and below. But now you can get elite contact dunks on the 5'11" and up type. Like, ain't no cap height requirement to it. This is gonna be crazy, bro.
So if we look at what the game is telling us, it'll tell you that the only 2 ratings that affect your speed while you're dribbling are ball handling and speed with ball. Yes, you heard that right. No more worrying about 3 or 4 different ratings. When it comes to your speed boost, the only thing that matters is your ball handling rating and your speed with ball. So Brandon, why would I
Hold on, we gonna replay that. I need to hear that correct.
Yes, you heard that right. No more worrying about 3 or 4 different ratings. When it comes to your speed boost, the only thing that matters is your ball handling rating and your speed with ball. So Brandon, why would I upgrade agility then? Agility this year affects how fast you accelerate and how fast you move laterally when you don't have the ball. So basically your agility rating will affect you a lot on defense and will affect your first couple of steps when you're running without the ball. So for example, if you're going for a lane steal, it affects your burst there. If you're running on a fast break, the first 2 steps will go off your agility rating, stuff like that, but it will never affect how fast you move while you're dribbling the ball. And then finally, just like last year, speed is how fast you move once your agility rating runs out. So again, you're on a fast break, the first 2 steps gonna go off your agility rating. Once that agility rating is done, that's when your speed kicks in. And I will say, I really like this change, because depending on what build you're making, one of these stats will matter more than the other for that build, and then you make a new build and another stat will be more important. For example, if you're making a lockdown, agility is super important. How fast you move laterally is super important on a lockdown. But if I'm making a small guard, I don't necessarily need that much agility unless I'm going for a certain badge that goes off of agility. And then honestly, speed is just one of those things that we're gonna have to figure out like a month or 2 into the game. At first, everyone's gonna be safe and have a pretty high speed because nobody wants to be running super slow, which is not fun. But just like last year with the low acceleration builds, I'm sure that there might be some low speed builds that come out so you can get more attributes and make even better builds. So we're gonna have to see. But at first, I would say play it safe, make your speed decently high, like around 85-ish, so you don't go out there and your players running in mud. Now I'm about to show you some of my very first builds I made at Community Day before we had any animation requirements, so I can show you exactly where I went wrong so you don't make the same mistake. But first, I want to cover some build caps that I found that you might find interesting. First off, 6-foot builds are the tallest build you can make and still get a 99 ball handle. So if you were really hoping to get Legend Ankle Breaker, you're gonna have to go 6 foot or shorter, or you're gonna have to go a build that gets Hall of Fame Ankle Breaker and then max +1 it to Legend Ankle Breaker. And by the way, if you don't know what max +1 is, basically once you max out a badge, so let's say I get Posterizer on Hall of Fame in the builder, and then I play Park for the first week and I max out my Posterizer to Hall of Fame. I can apply a badge perk that I get called max +1, I'm pretty sure you unlock it in the season pass, and if I equip it to my Hall of Fame Posterizer, I will then unlock Legend Posterizer even though my build couldn't unlock it in the builder. A super cool way to get Legend badges even if your build can't technically get them. So just keep that in mind. The next cap I found is that 6'7" with a 7'1" wingspan is the tallest build you can make and still get a 99 steal. Then I also found that 6'9" with a 7'5" wingspan is the tallest build you can make to get a 99 driving dunk. And then 6'4" with a 7-foot wingspan is the shortest build you can make to get a 99 driving dunk. And then finally, the last weird cap that I found is that 6'5" with the lowest wingspan is the tallest build you can make to get a 99 3-point rating. Someone asked me to look for those caps when I got a Community Day, so I thought I'd just let y'all know. Now without further ado, let's get into some builds that I messed up on, starting with this 6'6" build. Now when I got to Community Day, and the very first build I made was a 6'6" build that was basically just a better version of what we had in 2K24, I was absolutely cheesing. Now keep in mind, at this point in Community Day, we haven't been given any contact dunk requirements, we haven't gotten any animation requirements, so I was fully judging this build based off of the badges I unlocked. And man, did it look good. I had gold playmaking badges, I had a high 3-point rating, I had plans to max +1 it so I'd get Hall of Fame or gold shooting badges, I had Posterizer, and on top of all that, I still had really good defense for an ISO build. But obviously, knowing what I know now, this build absolutely sucks. First off, with these driving dunk ratings, the only contact dunk animation I would unlock is Pro Contact Dunks off 2. And if you've played 2K before, you know that wasting all those attributes to get one measly animation is just not not worth it. Second, I have all this defense, but I have no agility whatsoever. So I was really gonna go out there day one and be like, hey man, why am I moving so slow? I have an 89 perimeter defense. To which all of y'all would look at me like I'm stupid and say, hey bro, you got a 71 agility. What do you think? And then finally, now that I have this animation list, I can see that there's barely any moves for 6'5" to 6'9" that even require anything over an 85, let alone a 93. So unless I really want Kobe Bryant spin at 88 ball handle, or for whatever reason, for whatever build I'm making, I really want to use my 2 max plus 1s on something other than my playmaking badges, I should probably lower my ball handling to a more reasonable rating and distribute those super expensive attribute points somewhere else. Now please don't look at this trash build and think, oh, Grind is going to be dropping hot trash. I bet I'm not watching none of his build video. I promise you, I'm dropping peak. Again, this was my first hour of community day. We had none of the information available to us at this time, so I wanted to show y'all the mistakes I made so y'all don't make it too. One more build I want to show y'all is this 6'4" build that I actually tweeted about at the time that I thought was going to be the greatest build of all time. And rightfully so. I got a 93 ball handle, a 93 3-point rating, and a 93 driving dunk. In my head at the time, I thought I made the 2K20 BP. Now the good news is I actually made the 2K20 BP and I'm dropping that video tonight. So again, make sure to subscribe with notifications on. But the reason this isn't the 2K20 BP with even more defense is because 6'4" builds have one major flaw. Yes, they can get attributes that look as souped as this, but they cannot get mini marksman at any tier whatsoever. And one, y'all know me, I'm trying to shoot over heads, and two, if you're gonna make a small build, you need the advantage of being able to shoot over taller defenders. If not, life is just gonna be super hard for you. So write this down in your notes. To get mini marksman, you need to be 6'3" and under. So one of the builds I'm showing y'all.
Did y'all hear that chat? 6'3" and under. Do not, I repeat, do not make a 6'4" guard, man. That just killed it. Like, no 6'4" guards in 2K25. No 6'4" guard. 6'4" guards, man. No. You can't do it. It don't give you mini marksman. How you gonna be able to shoot over taller builds, man? You're not gonna be able to. Right there in y'all knows, like Grinder said, man. Shout out to Grinder again.
Tonight is a 6'3" BP build that I think could actually be the meta of NBA 2K25. I'm super excited about that build. It's actually going to be my day one build of NBA 2K25. I've decided that I'm starting with a small guard this year because the content is just going to be amazing with it. But I'm getting ahead of myself. One thing that I thought was funny was I took this already terrible quote-unquote BP build and I found a way to make it even worse. The first 2 hours I spent in the builder, I was literally just out here guessing, bro. It's honestly hilarious looking back how much I know now versus how much I knew then. When y'all see the builds I dropped tonight, y'all are gonna be stunned by how much my knowledge of the builder grew between last week and this week. Cause trust me, I'm hooking y'all up with the sub. And finally, last but not least, I wanna just leave some footage up of me going up and down through the height, the weight, the wingspan, so you can see what goes up and what goes down, as well as me upgrading certain attributes, so you can see which attributes are grouped together, so you can kind of plan in your head what build you're gonna make and what attributes you're gonna decide to keep or leave without. Like for example, if you're making a lockdown, obviously you're gonna need agility, so maybe you go a little bit down on speed, or maybe you don't go block, or you don't go strength. You're gonna have to decide what you're okay with leaving on the table and what you're not, and what you want to grab on your build. One thing I will say is that the builder might seem a little complicated at first, but honestly for most of y'all, I don't think it will. I think the main problem I had was I didn't have the information that y'all do when I first got on the builder. So now that you know the contact dunk requirements, the best dribble move requirements, the best go-to shot requirements, now that you know all that, you know exactly what to go for, you know exactly what you need. So I think it's gonna be a lot easier for y'all, and that makes me happy because that's what I'm here for. I'm trying to make this a lot easier for you guys. And don't worry, I'm gonna make it even easier when I give y'all exact builds once you get this video to 1,000 likes, and then again tonight with my small guard build, because I'm gonna drop my 6'8" demigod ISO build that I really love. It's gonna be my main 2s build, and then with my small guard build, that's gonna be my main 3s build, as well as my day one NBA 2K25 build. So y'all gonna be seeing a bunch of.
It's confirmed. Small guard is gonna be the wave this year, man. Small guard, bro. Now let's watch Joe Knows, bro. Dang, he got 2 videos. Let's watch Joe Knows to go, man.
A Taco Bell taco filled with slow roasted chicken, unheard of. A crispy white corn tortilla with cheese inside and out? What? Change can be scary, but it can also be delicious. The Cantina Crispy Chicken Taco, only at Taco Bell.
This is how AG1 works to make healthy habits simple. Skip the mixing, matching, and...
No intro is needed, just drop a like on the video. You're about to see why this video is titled what it's titled. They talked about the smaller you go, the more attributes you get. So I thought, let's put this to the test and go with the smallest height. And what you're about to see...
Appreciate that subscription, Mitch. Appreciate you. What it do?
I can't even explain it, bro. Okay, let's just look at it. 99.3 ball, right off the rip.
Welcome to my channel, bro.
97 ball handle. 94 speed with ball. So you get legend handles for days, legend lightning launch, all legend shooting badges, and a 99 steal, and a 92 perimeter to get the gold defensive badges, legend glove, legend interceptor.
Hey, yo.
What's going on? It's not done. 88 driving layup to get the gold float game, and you're still not done. You're still not done. Get a little bit more pass act. What are we doing? What's going on? We got a 99 in every category. Oh, we can max out the block too, because that's so cheap. So let's...
Bro, are y'all seeing this, bro? They really, bro, after watching Grinding and watching this first beginning of Joe's jump, bro, small guards are finna be a wave, bro. I'm telling you right now, bro. First of all, if you just not joining in, do not make no 6'4" guard. You will not get many marksmen, bro. You cannot get it. And that's an important badge you need for a smaller guard to be able to shoot over taller guards. So 6'4", you can make it, but you're not gonna be able to get that on any tier. Like you ain't gonna, we just found that out. You're not gonna get that on any tier. But a 5'9" build, bro, it's gonna be some 5'9" builds. I trust me, it's gonna be some 5'9" builds in part, bro. 99.3, 97 ball handle, 94, 99 steal. Come on, bro.
Just slow down for a second. I know some people are probably freaking out. Maybe some people have already seen this. We're going to talk about a lot of things in this video, but I just wanted to push that whole theory about the shorter you go, the more attributes you get this year. And they weren't.
See there? Exactly. The shorter you go, the more attributes you get.
Lying. And you could have, if you wanted, a 99.3, a 99 ball handle, and a 99 steal, but I just felt it was like, when I was looking at the builds, I'm going to show you that later on, but I just thought going 97 ball handle probably looked like the better option to balance the build more. But there's a lot of things to consider here. I know the attributes look insane, but I have my skepticism. I'm going to give you my concerns about this build. But first, let's just keep diving into this, okay? I mean, you get all the legend shooting badges. You get a couple legend playmaking badges. You get legend glove, legend interceptor, high speed, high agility, high perimeter, solid pass accuracy, high mid-range, gold float game with an 88 layup. Whew. What an attribute spread. Insane. Now,
my first build gonna at least be 6 something, bro. It's gonna be 6'2", 6'3". I wanna see. Like,
real quick, I just want to show you the comparison between the 5'9" and just going up 1 inch to a 5'10". I mean, look at this. You lose 2 on your three-pointer, you lose 20 on your perimeter, you lose 2 on your speed with ball, you lose 6 on your steal. Like, just going up 1 inch, the amount of attribute points you lose is crazy. And this is a common theme. If you haven't watched the builder breakdown yet, I highly recommend you go watch it. I just uploaded it as well. But the taller you go, like going from 5'9" to 5'10", you lose a bunch. 5'10" to 5'11", you lose a bunch. 6 foot to 6'1", you know, going from 6'5" to 6'6", you lose attribute. The taller you go, the less attributes you have. They were definitely not lying about that. And the clear-cut example is right here. Just going from 5'9" to 5'10", obviously it's still a small player, but you lose a ton of attribute points just for going up 1 inch. Now, while I experiment here and I just kind of tinker with the build, I want you guys to watch how I can play with the attributes and you can manipulate and get what you want. You can get a 99 driving layup if you want. There's going to be a bunch of different versions of the 5'9" here. Now, first things first. In 2K22, 5'11s were the meta in terms of 3s and 5s gameplay. 3v3, 5v5, everybody was using the 5'11s. They went insane. Could this be something like that? It's possible. The attribute spread is insane. But here's a few things to consider. First things first, the gameplay is going to affect whether this is one of the best builds in 2K history or one of the most overhyped builds in 2K history, because everyone's going to be posting these builds. A lot of people are going to make these builds, but here's a couple things to consider. First of all, obviously, you're 5'9", you're very small. In this game, the contest system is going to have a big impact on whether these builds are viable. If you can just shoot over these builds because they're 5'9", like you don't see them, and they don't get a contest, even like the first version I showed you with 92 perimeter, if it's just like, now the height difference is too big, I can just shoot over you, well then they're going to be a liability. Paint defense is going to matter. If they are just no matter what position they get into, if you can just lay it up or dunk over them, well then they're an absolute liability in the paint. That's going to be a problem. The shot contest system is also going to be a big factor in terms of, do these builds get contested more because they're shorter, right? I think Mike Wang or somebody from 2K was tweeting about how height is going to be a big factor on defense. So if that means as the shorter build shoots, you don't have to be as close because you're so tall, you can still get a contest, that's going to be a detriment to these builds. Yep. But on the flip side, there's the other side of it. Now you got mini marksmen, which is going to help them shoot over taller defenders. And some people at Community Day tested it, and they said as long as there's a 1-inch height difference, the badge popped up. In past years, when there was a similar build that went by a similar badge that went by a different name, there needed to be like a 5 or 6 inch height difference. I forget exactly how much it was.
So basically, man, if you're gonna make a small build like this, bro, you're gonna either have to be able to give it more than you can take it. Pause. Pause. You're gonna have to be able to give it more than you can take it. Pause. So if you making one of these builds, man, and you guard somebody that you don't, if you feel like your skill level gonna be higher than the person you guard, that ain't gonna sell you the game, ain't gonna sell you and your team the game, by all means, make this build, bro.
But now people are saying 1-inch height difference, the badge pops up, so that could be like a glitchy way to like not get contested. Another thing to consider, if you watch my gameplay breakdown, if you haven't, I definitely recommend you go check it out. When I went over the contest system in that video, there were some contests where I didn't even have my hands up, but just because I was standing close to the shooter, I got a small, what was it called? A very tight contest this year. That's what it's called, very tight. So my point with that is, if that's how the contest system is, and I'm out there on a 5'9" with 92 perimeter, as long as I'm standing close to you, I'm gonna get a smothered. Now these builds are even better. So the gameplay is really going to have a huge impact on whether these builds are just the craziest thing we've ever seen, the most overhyped thing we've ever seen, or somewhere in between. But the attribute spread on these builds that you can get is, it's something like we've never seen before, man. I mean, you're talking about a 99 in every single category almost. And we haven't even touched on what happens when you get your cat breakers, right? You get 15 cat breakers if you guys have read the news. Obviously, I think they're tied into the rep system, so they might take you months and months and months to unlock them. But, man, if you get 15 cat breakers, you could have 99 in all 4 categories. Now, real quick with the cat breakers, if you were to make this build with 15 cat breakers, wherever that is, wherever you unlock that, you drop your 3 to a 94, you add 5, you have 99.3. You already have the 99 layup. You drop your ball handle to 94, you add 5, now you have 99. And you drop your steal to 94, you have 99. So this build with the 15 cat breakers would have 99 layup, 99 3, 99 ball handle, and 99 steal to go along with 92 perimeter, blah, blah, blah. Y'all get what it was. Lightning launch, 94 speed with ball. A point is you can have a 99 in all 4 major categories once you get the 15 cat breakers.
Oh my.
That is insane. We're going to see, like I said, if it's effective because of the height and see how the contests are and the paint defense and all that once we get online. But just attribute-wise, it's insane what you can do with these 5'9s this year. Another version of this build I made is if you just go a little bit less perimeter on this, right? Like you could go with the 99 ball handle, the 94 speed with ball, 99 steal, 83 perimeter gets you silver challenger, silver pick dodger. You could get 99 ball handle instead of the 97, and it's still pretty solid. But the 97, you still get the legend handles for days. So I kind of feel like 97 might be that sweet spot if you're going on one of these small builds. But I guess it depends how the legend badges actually perform, like legend unpluckable and all that stuff. So we'll have to wait and see. But as I said, the 5'9s on this game attribute-wise are insane. It's really going to come down to the gameplay, whether these builds are one of the best ever or one of the most overrated builds ever? We're not going to know until we play.
Comment down below, man. Y'all think the 5'9" gonna be OP? Well, small guard, real small guard gonna be OP, or what? What y'all thinking, man? Or is it just a bluff for people to spend their money on VC? What y'all think, bro?
Online, we can analyze all this play now and demo gameplay and all that. We're not going to know until we get our My Players badged out in the park and actually see how the game plays. But just looking at the attributes on this build, it is one of the craziest builds we have ever seen in the history of 2K. If y'all want to see a full builder breakdown about how this builder works, click that video right there. It is a detailed analysis of everything you need to know before you get the game on launch day.
Tight. No, watch one more, bro.
Ghirardelli Intense Dark makes life a bite better.
Whole body
Pretty sure it's
deodorants
others out
with
there that done made
unbelievably
videos. I'm gonna go check them
long-lasting
out,
scents.
but you know
Isn't
you gotta
it a
get your
myth?
information
It's
first. For
No intro. We all know why we're
They
here.
gonna
All I
come
ask
with
is
it.
you drop a like on the video because this did take me a while to make, and let's get right into the builder breakdown. All right, let's jump right into it. So first, you're gonna have your name, hand, jersey number, all that's the same, right? Now, when you come in here, height, weight, wingspan, everything that I saw was pretty much identical to 2K24. You know, height affects almost everything. Weight affects strength, rebounding, perimeter. Wingspan affects, you know, rebounding, block, driving dunk, three-pointer. Pretty much everything is the same in terms of what your physicals affect, so we're not going to spend a lot of time on this. We're going to jump right into the actual attributes and badges screen, and everything you see here is going to be similar, but there's some tweaks, okay? So as you scroll through the attributes, obviously the badges on the right change depending on what attribute you're on. There's also a description for every badge. How accurate are they? We will see, because 2K24 had some inaccuracies. But when you tap the right bumper, it's going to scroll over to the takeover screen instead of the badges screen. And over on this one, you can scroll through all the takeovers. It tells you the attribute requirements to be able to unlock that takeover on the build that you're creating. And then down below that, probably right where my head is kind of, you'll see that it shows you exactly what the attribute boost is for that takeover. Now,
I feel like with the takeovers, people really ain't gonna be like looking at takeovers and then going off the attributes you need to that for that to make their build. I really feel like people gonna make their build based off the cap breakers and stuff and the requirements, and then just be like, oh, I can get this takeover and stuff like that. I don't think people gonna be like trying to. I hope not.
Also similar to 2K24, when you press triangle or Y, it's going to change the badges screen and it's going to show all the badges on your build. And as you put up the attributes, it'll show which badges you're unlocking. Now, more importantly, on the bottom right, it shows you the attribute requirement for each badge level, all the way from bronze all the way to legend. But there's an easier way to view this. So over here on NBA2KLab.com, they have a spreadsheet for free. This is 100% free for every category: playmaking, finishing, defense, rebounding, and every badge in the game, and all the requirements to unlock that badge at each level: bronze, silver, gold, Hall of Fame, and legend, and all the height, min, maxes, everything you could need. And this is available right now for free on NBA2KLab.com. Now, of course, if you're interested in the premium content, that costs a couple dollars a month, but if you use code Joe, you'll get a big discount on that, all right? And in my opinion, it's 100% worth the premium membership because that gets you all the jump shot data, and you'll be able to craft the perfect jump shot within the first couple days of the game. And I mean, that's what all the best players use. They use that information to make sure that they have, you know, the biggest advantage over everybody else. But this data here is 100% free. Also, along with the badge data for free, they have all the takeovers and requirements listed as well. As you can see, they have every single takeover in the game, what the requirement is, what the boost percentage, or not percentage, how much attributes get boosted from it, and they have a description about it. It's amazing everything they have over here at NBA2KLabs.com. I definitely recommend y'all check it out. The link will be in the description. And as I said, if you're interested in that jump shot data and all the other premium content that they offer, use code Joe to get that discount. It's only a couple dollars a month, and it is definitely worth it. Now, a lot of people asked about legend badges, so let's talk about it, okay? We weren't able to test them, but as you can see, I mean, they look cool, but some are very expensive. So to get these legend badges, you need a 99 three-pointer, and it puts you up to 64 overall. You see, it's 4 overall just to go from 98 to 99.3. Another one that we're going to take a look at here is going to be posterizer, right? So you need 99 driving dunk and 90 vertical. it's going to be much more expensive than the three-pointer because you need 2 attribute categories to hit certain thresholds. So this is what I mean. Certain legend badges are going to be much more expensive. Look at 90 vertical and 99 driving. You're already a 74 overall. To get the shooting badges to 99, you were a 64 overall. So that's 10 more overall just to get a legend posterizer as opposed to a legend Deadeye. So we talked about posterizer, we talked about some of the shoot limitless and Deadeye and all those ones, but what about ball handling, right? 99 ball handling, you're an 83 overall. 83 overall, just like that. Now you do get 3 legend badges with this one. You get Ankle Assassin, Handles for Days, and Unpluckable, but the reason being is because it's tied to so many other attributes, right? Your speed with ball automatically goes to an 89. Your layup automatically goes to an 84. Your speed automatically goes to an 84. So depending on what the badge is tied to attribute-wise is also going to obviously affect how expensive getting that legend badge is. Another one let's look at is Steel. Legend Interceptor and Legend Glove. You get both of them with a 99 Steel and you're a 65 overall. Much, much, much cheaper than going 99 ball handle. Now I also will mention this, depending on the height of your build, that is going to affect many things, including how expensive certain attributes are, but also what that attribute ties to, and how much it ties to those other attributes. We're going to get into that in just a second. Another one to look at is 99 driving layup. That gets you the legend layup mix master, but as you can see, you still need 98 close shot and 98 driving layup to get legend float game. So, I mean, that's basically 299 attributes to get 1 badge on legend. Pretty crazy. Now, something 2K talked about, the taller you go, the less attributes you get. So as you can see at 5'9", if you checked out the video I just posted on the 5'9 builds, they are insane how many attributes you get. But going from 5'9", you see how much you get. 99 ball handle, 99 3, 99 steal, 88 layup, 89 speed, all these crazy attributes, right? Now, just going a tick up to 5'10", our build's basically done. We have a 97 3, 97 ball handle, only 92 steal. Obviously, we have a 93 steal, right? We have a few attributes to play with, but nowhere near as many attributes as 5'9". Now let's go check out even at the taller build. Let's see 6'3 to 6'4 to 6'5 to 6'7. You see, we had 93 dunk, 89 3. We had 92 ball handle, 91 speed with ball, 96 steal. All right, so now let's check out the 6'4.
No go.
We have 5 less steal. We don't have the Hall of Fame Lightning launch, right? We only have 90 speed with ball, so I'm trying to tinker with it. And it's just you can't get as much at 6'4 as you got at 6'3. And, you know, you're going to see a common theme here. It's just the taller you go, the less attributes you get. So I'm literally trying to play with it to try to create the same build. It's just, it's not possible. You don't get as many attributes because I gained an inch of height. Now we go to 6'5". Let's see what we could get at 6'5". And the thing about this is it's going to really come down to how the gameplay plays. Like, obviously being taller is an advantage, but how much of an advantage? Is it worth losing a ton of, like, compare this build at 6'6" now to the one you just saw at 5'9". At 5'9", we had damn near a 99 in every category that we needed, along with super fast speed, a high layup. And now we're down to, 93 dunk, 89 3. We have an 87 ball handle, 85 steal, only 83 steal. Like, the higher we go, the less attributes we get. So it's a lot of the game, and in terms of what's going to be the best build or the best, most effective build is going to come down to, let's say, is a small build, regardless of attributes, a liability defensively? If the answer is yes, well then okay, we got something to talk about. If they can still get great shot contests because of let's say the new shot contest system is completely different, and maybe as long as you're standing close to somebody you get a contest, well then small builds are going to be crazy because they're going to have the best attributes. But if I can just shoot over a smaller player regardless of what his perimeter is because, he's 5'9", I'm 6'7", I don't even see him, well then that's a whole nother story. Now we need to talk about, the ratio of attributes versus height, what's going to be more effective, what's not. The gameplay is going to have a big factor on whether the small builds are super duper effective. I talk about this more in my 5'9" Demigod video. The gameplay is really going to affect what builds are the best. And just going off of attributes, obviously the smaller builds look better.
See? It's gonna be a whole lot of midgets, man. It's gonna be a whole lot of midgets, man. What's the imp off Game of Thrones? It's gonna be a whole lot of them, man. I'm telling you. or people gonna make a whole lot of them and be wasting money. Like, I ain't gonna even cap, bro. Like, I ain't gonna even cap, bro. I already know my first build probably finna be. I ain't gonna say too much. I'm just gonna pop out and drop off, pause. I'm gonna pull up and drop folks off, pause again. But hey, yo.
But as we know, in 2K, height has always been a factor. Wingspan's always been a factor. But it all, you know, the level of how much it matters differs every year. We'll have to wait and see. It's going to be very, very interesting. I'll leave it at that. Now let's talk about some badge caps in terms of badge level depending on height. So this is for lightning launch. People wanted me to see the tallest you could get at each level, okay? So to get Hall of Fame lightning launch, you need 94 speed with ball. The tallest you could be to get legend lightning launch was 6'2", okay? The tallest you could be to get Hall of Fame lightning launch is 6'4". The tallest you could be to get gold lightning launch was 6'6", and obviously weight affects your speed with ball. So a lot of these heights you're going absolute minimum weight. You see at 6'6" minimum weight, you can get the 86 speed with ball, and that gets you the gold lightning launch. Silver lightning launch, the tallest you could go is 6'9". Right, you go 6'9". So you had to change it to small forward, obviously, because the height cap based on position. But minimum weight, 6'9", you get silver lightning launch. And then last but not least, bronze lightning launch. You need, I forget the exact attribute requirement, but you can go 6'11". 6'11", lower that weight down, 68 speed with ball, that's what it was. 68 speed with ball, you get bronze lightning launch. Okay, so those are the absolute tallest builds you can be to get each badge level of lightning launch. Another one that people requested a lot, limitless range. The tallest you can be to get legend limitless range is 6'5". 6'5", minimum wingspan. You can get a 99 three-pointer, that's the requirement for legend limitless range. Okay? Hall of Fame limitless range.
It's time for a new era of chicken. A slow roasted era. A quesadilla-shaped era. A cheesy, saucy
My mind going crazy right now. Like,
era. The
Like,
Cantina Chicken
all the options
Quesadilla,
I
only
wanna
at
go.
Taco Bell.
but I'm gonna play with the builder when it come out.
Always got
so
your back, no matter what. Before we
I might stream while I'm making my build, or I might stream.
It's going to
like,
require
as soon
a
as I go to the
96
park. Well, as soon as I
three-pointer.
create it.
96 three ball. Tallest you can go is 6'5". So if you want legend or Hall of Fame limitless, you have to go 6'5". You can obviously increase your wingspan a little bit if all you want is the Hall of Fame, but you can't go up to 6'6". Now the tallest you can go to get gold limitless range is 6'6". You need a 93 three-pointer to get that gold limitless. 6'6" with a 6'7" wingspan will get you that. Silver limitless range. The tallest you can go silver limitless is 6'7". You need an 89 three ball this year for silver limitless. You can get that at 6'7". And the tallest you can go to get bronze limitless is 7'3". You can be max height. You gotta lower that wingspan down. Of course, you see me playing with it here, trying to find what the threshold is. You can go 7'3". 7'3", you can get that bronze limitless. And if you go minimum wingspan, you actually get 85 three ball. So you're two above that bronze limitless cap. Last badge height cap that you guys wanted was posterizer. So at 6'9", you can get legend posterizer. 99 driving dunk with a 90 vertical. Okay, that's legend posterizer. Very, very expensive. As you can see, you're a 72 overall, and that's all we've put up is the dunk and the vertical. Very expensive for legend. Moving on, Hall of Fame posterizer. You can be 6'10". Max wingspan, you need a 96 driving dunk with an 85 vertical. Okay, moving on to gold posterizer. You can be 6'11", but you have to lower your weight. Lowering the weight at this height does increase your driving dunk by 1, otherwise you'll get stuck on 92 driving dunk. But gold posterizer at 6'11". Moving on, silver posterizer, you can unlock at 7 feet tall. So 7 feet tall, you can still get silver posterizer, which is pretty cool. And last but not least, bronze posterizer, you guessed it, you can get it at 7'3". So at 7'3", you got to crank up that wingspan a little bit, but you need a 73 driving dunk. You got to lower that weight down to be able to get that 73 driving dunk to unlock bronze posterizer. You can get that at the tallest height in the game. Now we're going to talk about attribute correlation and basically how attributes work together and how height affects this. Okay, this is very important. When you're making your build, you're going to want to check out the height caps Next to, you know, let's say you're looking at a 6'10" build, you're going to want to check out 6'9", 6'11", and see how they tie into each other. So on that 6'10" build, you'll see whatever I put my standing dunk up to, my driving dunk was 15 attribute points behind it, right? So I had 85 standing dunk, my driving dunk was automatically a 70. You'll see at 6'9", it's the same thing. It's a 15-point difference. But as we start to play with this height, you're going to start to see that it's not the same at every height. It's not always a 15-point difference. So as you see, we go to 6'8", it's still a 15-point difference. I have 85 standing, I automatically have to have a 70 driving. But now check this out. If I go down to 6'7", it's a 10-point difference. So if I wanted an 80 standing dunk, or let's say a 70 standing dunk, my driving dunk has to go up to a 60 now. So it's a bit more expensive because it's only letting me go 10 away instead of 15 away. Same thing as 6'6". So my point with this is, if you're trying to maximize your build to the fullest and you want to have a high standing dunk, but you don't really care about the driving dunk, you might want to consider the taller heights, because you'll save 5 attribute points. As opposed to if you do it at 6'6", if you want a 90 standing, you're automatically going to have an 80 driving dunk. But at the taller heights here, like a 6'8", you can go 90 standing and only have a 75 driving dunk. You're saving that 5 attribute points because you're taller. Another example. All right, at 6'6", I know we're kind of nerding out here and whatnot, but bear with me. This is important if you're trying to make the most effective build. Let's say I'm trying to make a lockdown, but I want to give it post control too, so I could work out of the corner and you know, be able to exploit mismatches with guards. If I want 90 post control on a 6'6", I automatically have to have an 80 ball handle, right? It's a 10-point difference like we were just talking about. But as we go up in height, that is not going to be the case. Now check this out, 6'7". I'm going to do the same thing, 90 post control. Now, I only need a 70 ball handle, so I saved 10 attribute points just by going up to 6'7". And you're going to see, as we continue to go up in height, ball handle does not tie to post control as much. So you're saving attributes depending on the type of build that you want to make. So I really want to stress, when you're making your build, make sure you check the heights surrounding whatever height you're looking. Say you're looking for a 6'7" build, you might want to investigate 6'6" and 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", and all the heights in that area to see how they tie in. At 6'8", a 90 post control, my ball handle only goes up to a 50. Now I just saved a ton of attributes. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. I know we're nerding out here in the builder, but hey, that's what this video is about. One last thing I noticed, and this isn't a huge deal, but I wonder how many other things are like this in the builder, okay? At 6'2", you see your strength maxes out at a 95. At 6'3", your strength maxes out at a 99. At 6'4", your strength maxes out at a 98. And then at 6'5", your strength maxes out at a 94. And then 6'6", your strength maxes out also at a 94. So you're saying, Joe, it's a guard build. Why do you care about strength being so high? I don't. But my point is, why can a 6'3" get 99 strength, but a 6'2", a 6'4", a 6'5", and a 6'6" can't? What's special about 6'3" that you can get a 99 strength? So it just makes me think, the more we investigate into this builder, are there going to be certain heights that are like, I don't want to call it a glitch, but it kind of like a mistake maybe? I don't think that was intentional. Why would a 6'3" get 99 strength, but the 6, 4, 5, and 6 couldn't, and then a 6'2" couldn't as well? It just seems kind of off. So I wonder if within this builder, as we continue to really craft builds and dive in, maybe there's small things like that. Like maybe there's a certain height that we didn't notice could get like a higher post control or a higher block rating than the surrounding heights in that area. Maybe mistakes were made outside of just the strength department. Maybe it was just a mistake in the demo version of the game that we were playing, but just something to look out for. Again, strength on a small guard really doesn't matter, so that particular mistake wouldn't really affect the game at all. But I just wonder if there's other small little things out there where it's like, hey, this 6'8" build can actually get a higher block than the 6'7" or 6'9" surrounding it. Probably not, but who knows? Just something I noticed. But if you're looking for the 2K25 gameplay breakdown, that video right there has everything you could want. What 3-point rating do you need on your build? How to speed boost, meter dunking tutorial, everything you need to be good at NBA 2K25 is in that video.
So for the people that been watching, man, nothing seen, bro, what do y'all think, bro? I already made my mind up. I already know what's finna go down. I got my build in my mind. You know what I'm saying? I already got that in my head, bro. It's finna be insane, bro. They punishing taller builds, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, you got people that got skill that, you know what I'm saying, they can actually work, dribble, like still be really effective with a taller build, but to what sacrifice though? Like you're not gonna be able to get certain animations, you're not gonna be able to reach certain, you know what I'm saying, things to get up to fucking, excuse my language, to up to like, you know what I'm saying, Hall of Fame and legend badges and stuff like that, bro. I really feel like smaller builds gonna be OP, bro. Definitely gonna be OP. But appreciate y'all tuning in, man. I just wanted to see the reveals, man. If y'all haven't already, man, like, comment, subscribe on my YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok, man. I'm gonna be posting daily as soon as the game drop, bro. Every day, streams, all that.